The Young and the Restless spoilers update for Tuesday, December 10, reveals that Devin Winters will bring his new wife back to Genoa City, so Abby Winters will be in celebratory mode following their amazing honeymoon. Abby and Devin will likely gush to other GC residents about their trip, but they'll also make some time for each other as they continue to savor their newlywed status. Meanwhile, Ian Ward will proceed with caution as he slinks around town in dark sunglasses and a hat. It's not a full-blown disguise, but it could still help Ian conceal his identity for a little while longer. However, Lying and our fans can expect Ian to stumble upon someone from his history on Tuesday's episode. There'll be at least one character from Ian's past who encounters him, so it's just a matter of who it'll be, and whether he can keep his face concealed during the run-in. With Sharon Newman mulling over her tainted medication on a park bench, it's possible Ian will come along and see her deep in thought. It's also possible Ian will bump into Maria Copeland if she decides to go out looking for Sharon. Then again, there could be some other GC resident like Nikki Newman who pops up in the same vicinity as Ian. No matter how this plays out, Ian will have to think fast and perhaps move along quickly to avoid detection. Other Young and the Restless spoilers say Phyllis Summers and Daniel Romalotti-Jr will be in total agreement. Daniel and Phyllis will refuse to rest until Heather Stevens gets the justice she deserves. Unfortunately, the investigation has become a lot more complex since Sharon's prescription was tainted with PCP. Sharon was hallucinating and spiraling out of control thanks to Ian and Jordan messing with her pills. While Nick Newman works on finding the drug tampering culprit, Michael Baldwin will work on Sharon's legal strategy and may be careful about how much he spills to Phyllis and her family. Nevertheless, Phyllis and Daniel are bound to find out the PCP news at some point in the coming episodes. Regardless of Daniel's view, Phyllis may not be so keen on letting Sharon off the hook. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Sharon's case will come with more curveballs, so we'll pass along predictions on any other major updates and her eventual legal outcome. So where you want to be for Scorching Lie and our spoilers, predictions, updates, and news, so make us your #1 source. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. In the ever-turbulent world of the Young and the Restless, the Newman families. Legacy has been forged by ambition, power struggles, and complex relationships. This time, Victor Newman faces a new challenge, his niece, Claire Newman, whose recent actions set off alarms within the family. Claire's deepening bond with Kyle Abbott, a connection Victor has little tolerance for, threatens to create tension that could rattle the foundation of the Newman clan. Victor's disapproval of Claire's relationship with Kyle is rooted in both personal and strategic reasons. Although Victor once saw potential in Kyle when he was young and aiding the Newman Enterprises business, their relationship soured over time. Kyle had become disillusioned, realizing Victor's manipulation and distancing himself from the Newmans. Now, with Claire's involvement with Kyle, Victor fears history repeating itself and questions her loyalty to the family. Claire, who is kind-hearted and often guided by her emotions, has never been one to jump into relationships lightly. Her connection with Kyle grew organically through shared moments and mutual understanding. However, Victor sees her attachment as a potential disruption. To test her loyalty, he plans to challenge Claire with a choice that could force her to pick between the man she's growing to love and the family that has shaped her life. Victor's move will undoubtedly put Claire in an emotional bind. On one side, her family, her support, her identity. On the other, Kyle, a man who has helped her understand her own emotions and navigate a new chapter of maturity. The stakes are high, and the consequences of her decision could affect not just her future, but the stability of her relationship with Victor and the entire Newman clan. Meanwhile, Kyle faces his own personal turmoil. His recent confrontation with Summer over who should tell their son Harrison about the new nanny strained their relationship. Summer's revelation that she's no longer dating Chance surprised Kyle and left him pondering the direction of his own heart. As Claire's relationship with Kyle deepens, questions arise. Is Kyle truly ready to commit, or is he still tethered to the past? Victor's challenge will push Claire into uncharted territory. With her newfound emotional attachment to Kyle, she must decide if she can resist Victor's pressure and stand firm in her choices. This test won't just reflect her loyalties, but will force her to confront her own desires and what she's willing to risk for love. Will she prove herself by choosing the family that raised her, or will she step into the unknown with Kyle, defying Victor's wishes? As Claire contemplates her path, the drama builds around her. The upcoming episodes promise not just emotional intensity, but a moment of reckoning for Claire, whose decision will send ripples throughout the Abbott and Newman families. Her choice could have profound consequences, challenging the family's power dynamics and leaving viewers on the edge of their seats. Will Claire choose loyalty or love, tradition or new beginnings? The twists and turns ahead are bound to keep fans captivated. The Young and the Restless is getting an on-screen reunion that should have half and half fans screaming with joy. Phyllis and Big DD are back together again. Well, sort of. Thelma Hopkins is returning to Genoa City as Detective Denise Tolliver after a 3-year absence to help Amy, played by Valerie Pettiford, find her son Damien. But viewers shouldn't expect their characters to have the same adversarial relationship as their iconic sitcom roles. We're two totally different characters. She's a worker and she is a mom. Hopkins tells Soaps.com about the differences between Denise and her former UBN role as Phyllis. Denise is who she is. She's an investigator. She's nosy. She's got the best job in the world, and now she can get in everybody's business legally. She doesn't have to sneak around like she used to do. Pettiford, whose character could be heading up a whole new branch of the family tree in Genoa City, is open to a long-term role on The Young and the Restless. Good God, yes. Good God, yes, she responds. I'm going to be very honest with you. I never thought I would do a soap again. She was the original Shayla Price on One Life to Live. I just didn't think it was ever going to be in the cards for me. I had no idea what I was walking into, and then I get here, and it is so delicious. The character, the writing, the cast, the crew. The sweetest part is working with Hopkins again. It's so easy, adds Pettiford. I just look into her eyes. It just makes all the difference in the world because you don't have to work. The feeling is mutual because Hopkins raved about the foundation of trust they built after working on the UPN show from 2002 to 2006. It's her second sitcom reunion after working with her former Family Matters co-star Brayton James in 2021 on the soap. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, December 10 reveal that Ian Ward is set to run into someone from his past. During the Monday, December 9 show, his partner in crime, Jordan encouraged him to don a disguise and head out into the real world to gather intel on his own. After all, she's been doing the legwork so far, and it's time Ian gave her a bit of a break, right? So it looks like Ian will take the bull by the horns and head out into the little town. But who will he run into from his past? It's natural for fans to think Ian could stumble across someone like Mariah Copeland, Nikki Newman, Adam Newman, or even Phyllis Summers. However, what some and our viewers may forget is that he also had some run-ins with Summer Newman in the past. In fact, the two-time cult leader once manipulated Summer into believing he was a life coach. She happily snapped some photos with him, which he was able to blackmail Nikki with. If Summer stumbles into Ian, she could panic. She knows how dangerous he is, and he's been a threat to both the Newman family and her mom, Phyllis, at one point or another. Would she start screaming? Could she make a scene? Depending on where they run into each other and when, Ian could seize the moment and knock Summer out, especially if she freaks out. Diane and Jordan have more dastardly plans up their sleeves, and the last thing they need is someone like Summer exposing them and ruining the schemes they have yet to roll out. With no real place to go, could he bring her back to the motel room, tie her up, and keep her hostage? Diane and Jordan may also realize kidnapping Summer could help them with their plan to ruin the Newmans, depending on how they could use this situation to their advantage. While Summer is single, she also remains well connected to her family, as well as Kyle Abbott, because of Harrison Abbott. As the head honcho at Marchetti, she'd also be missed at work, but Jordan and Diane could also use her cell phone to send out text messages about a spa getaway or something of that sort to buy them some time. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that fans should always expect the unexpected in Genoa City. While Maria and Claire Newman would be top contenders as hostages, sometimes it's the person fans least expect that end up becoming a target. Offers the hottest Young and the Restless updates, spoilers, news, updates, and predictions, so make us your go-to soap site for everything Lie and R related. In the tumultuous world of the Young and the Restless, a sinister plot begins to unfold as Jordan sets her sights on Lucy, exploiting her grief and vulnerability. Lucy, struggling with the profound loss of her mother Heather, becomes a prime target for manipulation. Her pain, combined with a growing sense of anger and helplessness, creates an emotional void that Jordan, along with her accomplice Ian Ward, is eager to exploit. Jordan, notorious for her expertise in manipulating vulnerable young women, sees Lucy as an opportunity to further her devious agenda. Fans will recall Jordan's previous success in twisting Claire Newman's emotions into a destructive vendetta against the Newman family, leading to catastrophic consequences. Now, Jordan plans to use similar tactics with Lucy, leveraging her grief and unresolved anger to serve her sinister objectives. Lucy's fragile state stems from the heartbreak of her mother's death. The pain of this loss is compounded by the belief that her family, particularly Sharon, may have played a role in her suffering. Jordan recognizes Lucy's emotional turmoil as the perfect opportunity to worm her way into her life. Under the guise of a caring friend, Jordan offers comfort, gradually planting seeds of distrust and resentment toward Sharon, who Lucy sees as a potential source of betrayal. The manipulation begins subtly during seemingly innocent conversations. For instance, Jordan might invite Lucy to share her feelings during a quiet moment in the park, empathizing with her pain while subtly steering her thoughts toward revenge. By fostering Lucy's doubts about Sharon's role in her family's life, Jordan can provoke Lucy's latent anger. Sharon, as Faith's caretaker and a prominent figure in their family, becomes an easy scapegoat for Lucy's anguish. Jordan's plan doesn't stop with Sharon. She cunningly shifts Lucy's focus toward Faith, painting her half-sister as undeserving of the love and family support that Lucy now craves. Through Jordan's manipulations, Lucy begins to view Faith as a symbol of everything she has lost. In her twisted logic, Jordan convinces Lucy that only by inflicting similar pain on Faith can she achieve justice for her own suffering. As Lucy becomes entangled in this web of manipulation, her actions grow increasingly reckless. Her initial resentment may start as harsh words or passive-aggressive behaviors, but could escalate to more severe consequences as Jordan feeds her anger. This transformation is precisely what Jordan aims for, turning Lucy into a tool for her own revenge against Sharon and Faith. The situation takes a dangerous turn as Lucy's mental state deteriorates. No longer the innocent victim mourning her mother, Lucy risks becoming a pawn in Jordan's game, a pawn capable of causing harm to those around her and herself. The question remains whether Lucy can recognize Jordan's manipulations before it's too late. Will she find the strength to break free from the toxic influence, or will she continue down this dark path, cementing her role in Jordan's sinister conspiracy. This gripping storyline serves as a reminder of the intricate schemes that drive the young and the restless. As the drama unfolds, viewers are left wondering whether Lucy's journey will lead to redemption or deeper tragedy. Stay tuned for more explosive twists and revelations. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Victor Newman will be ready to retaliate now that Jack Abbott has scooped up all those Glissade divisions for cheap. Victor seemed to be genuinely in the dark when Jack delivered the news of his purchases, but it's possible he was just duping Jack as part of his long-game strategy. We wouldn't be surprised if Victor pretended to let Jack have the upper hand, considering his typical sneaky behavior. Regardless, Victor isn't done targeting Jack and will gain a new advantage over him during the week of December 9 to 13. However, Diane Jenkins Abbott won't just sit back and let Victor emerge victorious. It turns out Diane is about to gain a new conspiring partner, so look for her to team up with Billy Abbott in the coming episodes. Billy is on a mission to take Victor down, so he may be the one to recruit Diane as part of his plot. Of course, Phyllis Summers is also a scheming partner for Billy, but he could use all the help he can get if he's going to fight back against Victor. With that in mind, it sounds like Diane and Billy will have their own private conspiring session, so Jack's wife and brother will be up to no good. How will Jack feel about whatever Billy's got in store for Victor? Will Jack worry about Billy dragging Diane into something that's too risky, since Billy is known for taking over-the-top gambles? There's been some tension between Jack and Billy lately, but at least Billy will understand more about why Jack turned him down for the co-CEO spot soon. Jack's marriage destruction was a ruse, so he was already on the verge of giving that job to Kyle Abbott like Diane wanted. Billy may understand in the end, and just make Victor's takedown his focus, but there could be problems depending on what his strategy is and how it might affect Diane. Our Vi and our predictions hint that Victor will continue to be a formidable foe no matter what. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Jack will get updates on Diane's scheme with Billy sooner or later, so we'll see if he approves or has some reservations. It's where you want to be for great Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, updates, and news, so make us your go to why and our source. Tucker McCall's return to the Young and the Restless is shaping up to be one of the most explosive twists in recent memory. A character known for his cunning intellect, strategic manipulation, and tangled relationships, Tucker's reappearance is bound to disrupt life in Genoa City like never before. His return raises countless questions. What are his motives? Who will be affected the most? And more importantly, can he ever truly be trusted? Tucker has a history of stirring up drama wherever he goes. His complex relationships with Devin Hamilton, Ashley Abbott, and other prominent figures in Genoa City have always been a focal point of the show. This time, he's back with a renewed sense of purpose, or so it seems. Some speculate that he wants to repair the strained bond with his son Devin, and perhaps even rekindle something with Ashley. But knowing Tucker, there's likely more beneath the surface. One theory buzzing among fans is that Tucker's return is linked to a secret agenda involving Chancellor Winters. His history with the company and his notorious desire for power suggest he could be plotting a corporate takeover or looking to exploit vulnerabilities in his rivals. Will he align himself with Devin, or could he become a new obstacle for his son in both business and family matters? Ashley Abbott, Tucker's on-again, off-again love interest, is also in the crosshairs of his comeback. Their history is as passionate as it is tumultuous, and Ashley's recent choices may determine whether Tucker becomes an ally or a nemesis. Could Tucker's return reignite their romance, or will it spark new conflict, leaving Ashley questioning her own feelings and decisions? Adding to the intrigue is the possibility that Tucker isn't working alone. Some viewers believe he might have formed an unexpected alliance with a yet-to-be-revealed character, someone who shares his drive for power and control. If true, this partnership could upend Genoa City's already fragile balance, creating ripple effects that will impact everyone from the Newmans to the Abbotts. Of course, there's also the question of whether Tucker has genuinely changed. Is he back to right the wrongs of his past, or is his return a calculated move to reclaim dominance and settle old scores? With his enigmatic personality, it's difficult to tell whether his intentions are sincere or purely self-serving. As Tucker's storyline unfolds, fans can expect a mix of intense confrontations, shocking revelations, and deeply emotional moments. Whether he becomes a hero seeking redemption or a villain aiming to dismantle everything in his path, one thing is certain: Tucker McCall's return will be unforgettable. Genoa City is in for a wild ride as secrets unravel and alliances shift. Keep watching as this high-stakes drama unfolds, proving once again why The Young and the Restless remains a must-see for soap opera fans everywhere. The seemingly peaceful streets of Genoa City have been shattered by a scandal so explosive that no one could have anticipated its shocking ramifications. At the heart of the turmoil is Sharon Newman, a beloved figure in the community whose life takes a harrowing turn when she becomes the victim of a calculated plot designed to destroy her. What began as a personal tragedy, an apparent relapse into addiction, unfolds into a sinister conspiracy with implications far beyond anyone's imagination. Sharon's medication, crucial for her well-being, had been maliciously tampered with and replaced with PCP. This drug, notorious for its destructive effects, plunged her into a terrifying spiral of addiction and despair. The betrayal sent shockwaves through her friends and family, raising haunting questions: who would commit such an act of cruelty and why? For Sharon, battling the physical and emotional toll, the revelation was incomprehensible. But for her loved ones, including Nick and Mariah, it was clear that this was no accident but a deliberate act of malice. Determined to find justice for Sharon, Nick and Mariah spearheaded an investigation, desperate to uncover the perpetrator behind the devastating act. Meanwhile, Detective Chance Chancellor dives deep into the case, following a trail of clues that leads to an unexpected discovery. Hidden in Phyllis Summers' possessions, Chance finds pills identical to Sharon's tainted medication. The discovery doesn't stop there. Additional pills are scattered throughout Phyllis's home, placed in locations only someone with intimate knowledge of Sharon's situation could know. Phyllis, a woman with a history of clashes with Sharon, quickly finds herself at the center of suspicion. Her complicated past with Sharon, from bitter feuds over relationships to long-standing resentments, provides a motive that seems too perfect to ignore. However, the evidence, though damning, raises questions. Could Phyllis truly orchestrate such a scheme, or is she being framed? When confronted, Phyllis vehemently denies any involvement. Tearful and panicked, she insists she has no knowledge of how the incriminating pills ended up in her possession. Yet, her protests fail to convince Nick, Chance, or Michael Baldwin, who struggle to reconcile her denials with the mounting evidence against her. As the investigation deepens, a new figure emerges in the shadows: Jordan. A master manipulator, Jordan is revealed as the true architect of the scheme, exploiting the animosity between Sharon and Phyllis to execute a nearly flawless trap. For months, Jordan had been quietly fanning the flames of their rivalry, setting the stage for chaos. By planting the tampered pills in Phyllis's home, Jordan ensured that Phyllis would be the prime suspect, leaving Sharon's life in tatters and Phyllis cornered under the weight of circumstantial evidence. Jordan's plan, however, begins to unravel as Chance uncovers subtle inconsistencies in the narrative. The detective realizes that Phyllis, despite her flaws, may be a pawn in a much larger game. Yet, with Phyllis's erratic behavior and the overwhelming pressure from those around her, the question looms: will Chance move forward with her arrest based solely on the circumstantial evidence, or will he dig deeper to expose the true mastermind behind the chaos? In Genoa City, nothing is ever as it seems, and the tangled web of deceit threatens to ensnare everyone involved. As the lines between victim and perpetrator blur, the stakes for Sharon, Phyllis, and even Chance grow ever higher. In the complex relationships and conspiracies of the young and the restless, Ian Ward has always been one of the most feared and mysterious characters. With a dark past and ruthless schemes, Ian is not only a powerful man but also a skilled manipulator. Despite causing a lot of pain and crisis for the Newman family, Ian still finds a way to survive and carry out new schemes. And now, he is facing a dangerous reunion with his past, a meeting with Summer Newman. To understand how dangerous Ian Ward is in the world of the young and the restless, we have to go back to his days as the leader of a mysterious cult. He was not only a manipulator of his followers into evil schemes, but also a great manipulator of psychology. One of Ian's past victims was Summer Newman, a young woman full of enthusiasm, but also susceptible to sophisticated tricks. Recalling some dark times in the past, Ian once took advantage of Summer, making her believe he was a talented life coach who could guide her to success and happiness. She did not suspect anything and even happily took pictures with Ian as part of a teacher-student relationship. But behind the glitz and glamour were the dark plans Ian had been carrying out, from blackmailing Mickey Newman to manipulating Summer for personal gain. Summer's ignorance and Ian's danger. The scary thing is that, despite past encounters, Summer never knew the whole truth about Ian. She only knew that he was an extremely dangerous person, a potential threat to the Newman family and her mother, Phyllis Summers. Jordan and Ian, co-creators of Dark Plans. Since joining the young and the restless, Jordan, played by Colleen Zank, has been Ian Ward's trusted sidekick. Both have deep agendas and will stop at nothing to achieve their goals. Jordan has encouraged Ian to disguise himself and enter the real world to gather intelligence on her own, a task she has been working hard on for the past year. Now, Jordan wants Ian to take a break, allowing her time to focus on other things. However, Ian is not one to stop easily, and Summer's presence may be just the opportunity he can't pass up. With his plans in place, Ian knows that seeing Summer again may not be just a normal reunion, but a chance to take control of the situation and continue building his dark relationships. Chance encounter, Summer and Ian. What seems like a normal scene, Summer accidentally meeting Ian in an unexpected situation, can easily become a dramatic, intense moment. It is certain that when confronted with Ian, Summer will not be able to forget what happened in the past. However, will she be able to recognize Ian immediately? Will she have the courage to face him and handle the situation intelligently? There is a high possibility that Summer will panic. She knows that Ian is a real threat, someone who can endanger not only her but also the Newman family. Summer's dilemma. When recognizing Ian, Summer may fall into a state of panic, afraid of what he might do. This feeling of insecurity and fear can cause her to act impulsively, possibly endangering herself. Will Summer scream and warn everyone? The question is whether she can handle the situation wisely, or if she will overreact, causing an unnecessary uproar. If she screams and alerts everyone to Ian's presence, he may take advantage of this opportunity to act quickly and manipulate the situation. This is especially dangerous when Ian and Jordan have dark plans waiting in the wings. If Summer panics and loses control, Ian will not hesitate to act quickly, using familiar tricks to gain the upper hand. He can completely defeat her and take advantage of the situation to further his plans, especially if Summer's appearance reveals secrets that Ian and Jordan are trying to hide. The danger of dark plans. Ian and Jordan's schemes are not only about manipulating Summer, but also involve larger plans. Ian has proven himself to be a ruthless manipulator of situations, and his return could signal a major crisis to come. The secrets he may reveal could be game-changing, shaking the foundations the Newman family has built over the years. Meanwhile, Summer is still facing her own challenges in life, especially with complicated relationships in her family and work. If she cannot handle the situation with Diane, she will not only be in physical danger, but also risk being caught up in the sinful plots Diane is planning. A turning point. The meeting between Summer and Diane will certainly not be easy and will have unpredictable consequences. Will Summer be able to overcome her fear and fight against Diane, or will she fall into the trap he has set? What will happen if Diane and Jordan's plans are disrupted by a reckless action from Summer? All these questions will keep the young and the restless fans unable to take their eyes off the screen. Every step Diane takes can bring unexpected twists, but one thing is for sure: this meeting will not be just a simple reunion. It will be a turning point in the plots that Diane, Ward, and Jordan are pursuing, and the battles in the shadows will continue to unfold, shaking up everything that fans have long expected. For over 4 decades, Eric Braeden has reigned as the indomitable Victor Newman on The Young and the Restless, captivating audiences with his commanding presence, complex storylines, and unforgettable moments. But now, the day fans feared has come. The legendary actor has announced his departure from the show, leaving millions in tears as they prepare to say goodbye to one of daytime television's most iconic figures. Here's how Eric Braeden's exit is rocking the Y&R universe, and why his legacy will endure long after his final scene. The announcement that stunned fans. When Eric Braeden shared the news of his departure, the shockwaves were immediate. In an emotional statement, the 83-year-old actor thanked his fans for their unwavering support throughout his incredible journey on the show. "It's been an honor to bring Victor Newman to life for all these years," Braeden said. "But every story has its ending, and it's time for me to step back and enjoy a new chapter in my life." His words left fans reeling, with social media lighting up in an outpouring of love, gratitude, and disbelief. Many shared personal stories of how Victor Newman's character had become a cherished part of their lives, making this farewell feel deeply personal. Victor Newman, a legacy like no other. Victor Newman wasn't just a character, he was a force of nature. From ruthless business takeovers to heartfelt family moments, Victor's journey on The Young and the Restless has been nothing short of legendary. Introduced in 1980 as a cunning and calculating businessman, Victor quickly became the centerpiece of Genoa City's most gripping storylines. Whether battling Jack Abbott in the boardroom, navigating his tumultuous relationships with Nikki, or protecting his family at all costs, Victor's complexity made him a character fans loved, hated, and ultimately couldn't live without. Eric Braeden's portrayal brought unmatched depth and charisma to Victor, earning him a Daytime Emmy Award in 1998 and cementing his status as a daytime television icon. How will Victor say goodbye? As Braeden prepares to exit, the big question on everyone's mind is, how will Victor Newman leave Genoa City? According to show insiders, the writers are crafting an emotional and fitting farewell that will honor Victor's legacy. While details remain under wraps, rumors suggest a storyline that will bring the Newman family together in a way fans haven't seen in years. Speculation is running wild, with some wondering if Victor will retire gracefully, passing the torch to his children, while others brace for a more dramatic exit that could shake Genoa City to its core. Whatever the outcome, one thing is certain: tissues will be required. The cast reflects on Braeden's departure. Eric Braeden's departure hasn't just impacted fans, it's left his co-stars grappling with the end of an era. Longtime cast members, including Melody Thomas Scott, Nikki Newman, Peter Bergman, Jack Abbott, and Joshua Morrow, Nick Newman, have shared heartfelt tributes to the man they've worked alongside for decades. "Eric isn't just a co-star, he's family," said Melody Thomas Scott. "The bond we've built on and off-screen is irreplaceable. Saying goodbye to Victor feels like saying goodbye to a part of my own heart." Joshua Morrow added, "Eric taught me so much, not just about acting, but about professionalism and passion. His presence on set was larger than life, and his absence will leave a void we'll all feel." Fans react, "This is the end of an era." The announcement of Braden's exit has hit fans hard, with many describing it as the end of an era. Social media has been flooded with tributes, from fans sharing their favorite Victor Newman moments to heartfelt messages of thanks. "I've been watching I&R with my grandmother since I was a kid," one fan tweeted. "Victor Newman has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. I can't imagine the show without him." Another wrote, "Eric Braden didn't just play Victor, he was Victor. His charisma, his power, his love for his family, he made us believe in him. Thank you, Eric, for 40-plus years of unforgettable memories." What's next for Eric Braden? While Braden hasn't revealed specific plans for his post-I&R life, he hinted at taking time to relax and focus on his personal passions, including spending time with family and writing. "I'm not disappearing," Braden assured fans. "I'll still be around, and who knows? Maybe I'll pop up somewhere unexpected. But for now, it's time to step away and reflect on this incredible journey." The legacy lives on. As fans prepare to bid farewell to Victor Newman, one thing is clear. Eric Braden's impact on the young and the restless will never fade. His portrayal of Victor has left an indelible mark on the soap opera world, setting a standard for excellence that will inspire actors and storytellers for generations to come. Though the man himself may ride off into the sunset, the legend of Victor Newman will live on in the hearts of fans forever. For now, all eyes are on Genoa City as the final chapter of Victor Newman's story unfolds. One last deal to close, one last family meeting to hold, and one last unforgettable goodbye to the man who truly made us believe in the power of the young and the restless. For over 3 decades, Sharon Case has captivated audiences with her portrayal of Sharon Newman on The Young and the Restless. But behind the glamour of her Emmy-winning career lies a secret she's kept hidden until now. In a heartfelt and jaw-dropping interview, Sharon opened up about a moment early in her career that left her terrified she'd lose everything. This isn't just a story about one of daytime television's brightest stars. It's a tale of fear, perseverance, and an unexpected twist that changed her life forever. The early days, a star on the rise. When Sharon Case joined The Young and the Restless in 1994, she was stepping into big shoes. The character of Sharon Collins had been previously portrayed by another actress, and fans were skeptical about the recast. But Sharon's natural talent, charm, and undeniable chemistry with her co-stars quickly won over audiences. The shocking moment she thought it was over. In the candid interview, Sharon revealed an incident that occurred just a few months after she joined the show. "I thought I was getting fired," she confessed, her voice tinged with both humor and vulnerability. "It was my first big role, and I was so nervous. One day, I got called into the producer's office unexpectedly. I immediately assumed the worst, that I wasn't good enough and they were letting me go." As she walked into the room, Sharon said her heart was pounding. She had even started rehearsing a goodbye speech in her head. "I was preparing to pack my bags and say my goodbyes," she admitted. The secret revealed. But what happened next took her completely by surprise. Instead of being fired, Sharon was handed a life-changing opportunity. "The producers told me they had decided to expand Sharon's storyline and make her one of the central characters on the show," she said with a laugh. "I couldn't believe it. I went from thinking I was about to be written off to realizing they saw potential in me that I hadn't even seen in myself." What she didn't reveal to anyone at the time was how close she had come to walking away from acting altogether. "I was so insecure back then," Sharon admitted. "I didn't realize how much faith the producers had in me. That moment taught me to trust myself and my abilities." 30 years of daytime drama. Since that fateful day, Sharon Case has become a beloved staple of The Young and the Restless. From Sharon Newman's turbulent love life to her battles with mental health and cancer, the character has been a cornerstone of the show's most compelling storylines. Fans have watched Sharon grow not just as a character, but as an actress who consistently delivers powerhouse performances. Her work has earned her critical acclaim, multiple award nominations, and a permanent place in the hearts of soap opera fans around the world. Why she's telling the story now. So why did Sharon choose to reveal this secret after 30 years? I think it's important to show that even people who seem confident and successful have moments of doubt, she explained. I want young actors, or anyone facing challenges, to know that fear and insecurity are normal. What matters is how you push through them. Her story is a testament to resilience and a reminder that sometimes what feels like the end is just the beginning of something extraordinary. A legacy that inspires. As Sharon Case celebrates 30 years in the role of Sharon Newman, she continues to inspire both her colleagues and her fans. Her journey from a terrified young actress to one of daytime television's most enduring stars is proof that with determination and faith, anything is possible. For longtime fans of The Young and the Restless, Sharon's revelation adds a new layer of depth to the woman they've watched on screen for decades. And for Sharon herself, sharing this story marks a moment of triumph. I'm proud of how far I've come, she said. If I could go back and talk to that young girl who thought her career was over before it even started, I'd tell her to hang in there. The best is yet to come. Sharon Case's secret may have been hidden for 30 years, but now that it's out, it's a story that will stay with fans forever. For over 5 decades, The Young and the Restless has been the crown jewel of daytime television, boasting unforgettable storylines and iconic characters. But behind the glitz and glamour of Genoa City lies a darker reality. Backstage drama, contract disputes, and personal struggles that have led some of the show's biggest stars to make unexpected exits. Here's a deep dive into the untold stories of why some beloved actors walked away, and the real reasons behind their departures. Michael Money, fired amid controversy. Michael Money's portrayal of Adam Newman was a game-changer for Y&R. He brought complexity and charisma to the role, making Adam one of the most talked-about characters on the show. But in 2013, fans were blindsided when it was announced that Money had been fired. Rumors swirled about on-set tensions and allegations of inappropriate behavior, though no concrete evidence was ever made public. Money maintained his innocence, stating, "There was a lot of backstabbing and politicking. I was blindsided by the decision to let me go." Despite the controversy, fans rallied behind Money, creating petitions and campaigns to bring him back. However, Y&R producers remained firm in their decision, leaving Adam's fate in limbo for months before recasting the role. Hunter King, a star on the rise. Hunter King's departure from Y&R was less scandalous but equally surprising. After playing Summer Newman for years, King left the show in 2021 amid reports of contract disputes. Insiders revealed that King, who had gained recognition for her role on Life in Pieces, wanted more creative freedom and a flexible schedule to pursue other projects. Negotiations reportedly broke down when the show couldn't meet her demands. Despite the controversy, fans rallied behind Money, creating petitions and campaigns to bring him back. However, Y&R producers remained firm in their decision, leaving Adam's fate in limbo for months before recasting the role. Hunter King, a star on the rise. Hunter King's departure from Y&R was less scandalous but equally surprising. After playing Summer Newman for years, King left the show in 2021 amid reports of contract disputes. Insiders revealed that King, who had gained recognition for her role on Life in Pieces, wanted more creative freedom and a flexible schedule to pursue other projects. Negotiations reportedly broke down when the show couldn't meet her demands. Fans were heartbroken to lose Summer, but King has since gone on to build a successful career outside of daytime. "I'll always be grateful for my time on Y&R," she said. "But sometimes you have to take risks to grow." Michelle Stafford, a return and a reboot. Michelle Stafford's exit in 2013 shocked fans, as she had become synonymous with the fiery and unpredictable Phyllis Summers. Stafford cited a desire to explore other opportunities, leading to her move to General Hospital. However, her replacement, Gina Tognoni, brought a fresh energy to Phyllis, earning critical acclaim. Still, fans never stopped hoping for Stafford's return. In 2019, they got their wish when Stafford reprised the role, marking a triumphant comeback. "It was like coming home," Stafford said. "Phyllis is a part of me, and I missed her as much as the fans did." Doug Davidson, a legend sidelined. Few characters are as iconic as Paul Williams, played by Doug Davidson since 1978. However, Davidson's exit was anything but graceful. In 2018, fans noticed Paul's screen time dwindling, sparking speculation about his future on the show. Davidson later confirmed that he had been let go, expressing his disappointment on social media. "After 40 years, I expected more respect," he tweeted. The backlash from fans was swift, with many accusing the show of disrespecting its legacy actors. Despite the uproar, Y&R has yet to fully reintegrate Davidson, though Paul occasionally makes guest appearances. Christoph Street John, a tragic loss. The most heartbreaking departure in Y&R history came with the death of Christoph Street John in 2019. Street John, who played Neil Winters for nearly 3 decades, was a cornerstone of the show. Behind the scenes, however, Street John struggled with personal demons, including the devastating loss of his son, Julian, in 2014. His sudden death at age 52 left fans and colleagues reeling. Y&R honored Street John with an emotional tribute episode, allowing Genoa City to mourn the loss of Neil Winters. "Christoph was more than a colleague, he was family," said Eric Braden. Behind the curtain, the high stakes of daytime. The world of soap operas is fast-paced and cutthroat, with actors often juggling grueling schedules and intense scrutiny. Contract negotiations can turn sour, creative differences can boil over, and personal challenges can sometimes become too much to bear. While these departures have left voids in Genoa City, they've also paved the way for new talent and fresh storylines. Still, for longtime viewers, the absence of these iconic actors serves as a bittersweet reminder of Y&R's ever-changing landscape. Will they ever return? Soap opera fans are known for their hope and loyalty, and many still dream of seeing their favorite stars return to Genoa City. While some, like Michelle Stafford, have made triumphant comebacks, others seem less likely to return. As The Young and the Restless continues to evolve, one thing remains certain: the legacy of these iconic actors will never be forgotten.